Hey everybody, welcome to your Aquarius horoscopes. These are for the week of the 15th to the 22nd, July 2023. Aquarius focus is on those you love, although Pluto continues to be right there on that cusp of Capricorn, so you will feel his influence, which is very much on the home. So we're going to put these two things together, those you love being the closest ones to you, the ones that more than likely live in your home. Pluto's opposition with the sun, which is focused on career, does present a little bit of a challenge because, and this is one of those cases where it feels like the people that you love are getting in the way of you being able to focus on what you need to do in terms of your career. Now, this can be because you have to take care of somebody. This can also be that or revolve around what somebody else is going through that is distracting you for a bit. For example, I have been spending a lot of time this week finishing up my Venus retrograde book, which is live on Amazon, by the way, just in case you wanted to know. It is there and it's available. But the whole time I'm trying to write this book, my mind keeps being taken to a friend of mine who's going through some very difficult things right now. And that's very distracting in terms of what I'm trying to do. And of course, these books are my job, and that's ultimately how I want to make my money. So it is getting in the way of my career and my ability to make money, which is very frustrating. But Pluto's grand sextile with Uranus and Neptune actually flips that, right? And says, okay, this can be a challenge, okay? But also with Neptune being focused on your day-to-day schedule and Uranus being focused on your finances and finding new and exciting ways to create that income or manage your finances, basically you have a challenge and these planets are coming over here and saying, you know what, you could focus on the problem until you're blue in the face. Or you can look at it in a different way. And you can also put boundaries on that. My friend going through what she's going through, it's heartbreaking. I am literally, my heart is being torn out of my chest watching her go through this and thinking of all of us that are going through it with her, if that makes sense. But there's plenty of hours in a day. She can have her time and I can have mine. And that's how I had to establish being able to finish that, was to put that aside until later when I had time to deal with it so that I could focus on what I needed to get done. And I really wanted to get that book done this week. And I did, which I'm very happy about. The other thing is at the very end of the week, the moon moves into a trine with Pluto, which means a grand trine as we add Uranus to that. And Uranus is a ruling planet, right? So to have that influence in a positive way is very powerful when talking about change. And we're fixed signs. So fixed signs have a tendency to fight against change tooth and nail. They want nothing to do with change. But we have to. Uranus is all about change and blowing things up and doing things in a completely different way because the old way is just boring and not working anymore. We are a very confused sign. It is true. And most people don't understand us. And this is why. Okay. But that's not the point. It doesn't matter if people understand us or not. The point is that the moon's influence into this is focused on trauma, specifically emotional trauma, because of course the moon is the one ruling it. And it is saying, look, if you have these emotional trauma triggers that are the real reason why you're having an issue being able to focus on work, you need to get rid of those. And at the end of the week, when this happens, you start to see and are able to identify that these are trauma triggers, work through them, let them go, accept the past, it happened, move on to the future. That's really what it's all about, right? So yes, there's a bit of a challenge there, but there's a lot more going on that helps make this challenge not as big as it could be. And it could be a lot bigger. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do click the link below and send me a copy. Are you one of those coffee obsessed Aquarians like I am? Well, then send me some coffee because you know my obsession needs to be fed. You guys have a great week, and I will see you next week, everybody.